My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Live by It. Let's go in with the Ironclad. Look, the last two episodes have been interesting. Let's see if we can have one that's good. Alright, what do we got? Two bosses over on this side, but then that separates me entirely, but it's third boss, holy shit. Alright. If we can survive this, this is going to be incredible. It's going to be difficult to survive, especially if I get the Sentinels, because of the strength buff that I'm going to be giving them. But if I do survive, we are going to be pretty much unstoppable at that point. So, you know, think positively. Set myself up for a good kill next turn. And that'll do it. Alright, I'm gonna need big impact cards here. Bludgeon. Boom. Easiest decision in my life. Sure. Take the curse. Because it's doubt. It's not going to be too impactful in a run that is mostly going to be using bludgeon big hits. And I'm going to need the extra money to remove cards from my deck so that I can just reliably bludgeon. Alright. Also, because I have the extra energy, bludgeon's a lot more affordable. I need to upgrade it as soon as possible, though. Alright. Still no damage taken. That's good. Alright, Warcry. I usually don't like taking Warcry, but this early on... Well, I usually don't like taking Warcry because I can't justify upgrading it. I can't justify that I'm going to get to the position where I can upgrade it, rather. But here I should be able to. Alright, one of you grow. Cool. And I'll kill the other one. Alright, and... I mean, I've got my bludgeon in my next hand, so that's death. Boom. Bomb him. Armaments. Armaments. It's armaments, and then we upgrade armaments in between those boss fights. Gonna gather the gold. I'm gonna have a lot of money. If we can survive this floor, we are gonna be fucking ridiculous. Already on half HP for you. Beautiful. If you go Skull Bash, we're actually gonna get out of this fight really reasonably. Ooh, that's not Skull Bash. Alright, I'm gonna armaments the bash because I'm gonna need it to last for a while. Okay, you can go for this attack as long as your next attack is the Skull Bash, or as long as I draw Bludgeon as my final card here. I didn't. But I think I've still got the killer, right? Nope. Yeah, and then I draw the Bludgeon. So fucking mad. If I did the Warcry first, I would have just completely blown the Gremlin knob out of the water there. Unfortunately, I'm a dumb idiot. Mango. Okay, that's 14 healing. Flame Barrier, yeah, I'm going to need the protection. Alright, first upgrade is... Bludgeon. Extra 10 damage on that. Hopefully now I can just knock someone out of the park. Not a good opening hand. I'll armaments the flame barrier and then just bludgeon. No, I just get the damage done. Huge hits. Next turn, I've got a Warcry in hand, as well as my only curse. So I'm going to Warcry first. See if I can get Bludgeon. I don't. I'm going to strike back on top of my deck. I'm going to burn that doubt because I can't afford to have it play out. And then my next hand, as long as I get the bludgeon, that's lethal. Boom. Awesome. Champion belt. Whenever you apply a vulnerable, also apply one weak. That's a rare relic. Second bludgeon? Second bludgeon? Second bludgeon. Hopefully I don't draw both of them in the same hand, but it's just going to increase my consistency of the draws. Lift. This is working ridiculously so far. It can't work continually. It's not going to, but I like how it's working so far. One down. Unfortunately, got the other... the other bludgeon in that hand as well. Alright, I need things like Shockwave, but Shockwave already has the effective version of a champion belt in that it already gives weakness. What else would I like? Bag of Marbles, obviously. And Thunderclap would be pretty good as well. Another armaments? Yeah. 42! I've got an instant kill on one of them. And there it is. This armaments, man. This armaments could turn my life around. Boom. Drop them both. Bloodletting. I'm going to need the extra energy if I'm going to be able to play all of my armaments out. Here's what I'm worried about. Alright. Alright. I am going to... Armaments, bloodletting. Then I'm going to bloodlet. Must defend and drink the potion. Let's get myself a little bit closer. I need to completely protect myself here because this is my final boss fight on this floor and I don't want to have to rest after it. Okay. Unfortunately, I just got hit by a weaken, so bludgeon next turn is going to be a lot less effective. Okay, but I don't have bludgeon this turn. It's pretty good. I don't want to draw bludgeon. Oh, but I can just put it back on top of my deck if I do. Yeah, I didn't even draw it. Alright. I'll put strike back on top of my deck, because this guy is going to hit me, take 4 damage on the backswing, even if I'm still weakened, but I'm not going to be. The strike kills this one, and then the bludgeon on the back line kills the other sentry. So we got lethal on both. Or we don't. Because I forgot the amount of damage that a unupgraded bludgeon does. That's okay. I still have the ability to kill the one in the backline. And thankfully only one of them attacked me. Alright, there we go. Double tap is going to be like the highest value pickup right now. Peace Pipe, ridiculous. None of those go into this deck. Yeah, the biggest value pickup that I can possibly get right now is going to be Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe. Sorry, no. The other thing, the not Peace Pipe. I can't believe it. I already forgot. I'm tilted by how good this run is already. Double tap. Double tap is the highest value pickup that I can get. Because I already have the extra floating 1 mana, so I have the ability to cast the bludgeon after it. I've got to lift at my next 2 camps and then start removing. Evolve. Alright. Lift. Should just be able to nuke the boss down pretty much no matter who it is. Really wish I had that flame barrier for the next turn. Not this one. That's a lot of incoming damage. Thankfully, I actually apply a weaken as I apply that vulnerability there. Give me bludgeon. I'm going to upgrade Warcry, and then I'm going to not cast it. This is just going to give me the ability to dig for free later on. Okay. Bash, evolve, defend. I might have needed to cast the strength potion at the start of this fight in order to get it down in time. Can't believe it. The only turn my opponent is defending is the only turn I get all of my defenses. That's really annoying. And I get a weaken to weaken me for the next time that I actually need to attack. That was really bad. That was also my only vulnerability option there. Yeah, I'm dead. I actually can't win now. Because now I've got all offense when my opponent's going all aggressive. This has happened to me so many times recently. Like, I've had a hand that is perfectly suited for the situation that I am not currently engaged in. And I'm exactly dead. It's happened to me, I want to say, like, the last 4 runs that I've had. I've just had a real string of horrible luck. I'm going to try it again. I was actually excited about that one. Let's go the random boss relic again. Sure, all of those suck, but thankfully Old Coin, Ice Cream are ridiculous. Centennial Puzzle is okay. I do want to hit a shop really early. There's 2 here, and then there's another boss there. And cool. Yeah, this is the only way to hit 2. I do need to remove one of those curses already. Ugh. I really wish I could have bashed there. Okay, so energy manipulation is super powerful for me right now. HP manipulation is super powerful for me right now. But also, anything like Doofu Doll is ridiculous for me right now. So I'll be keeping an eye out for the possibility of getting that. Okay. Save myself some energy for the next turn. Good ice cream. Got him. 11 HP lost in the opening fight. I mean, Hemokinesis is ridiculous for me right now. I mean, it's okay. That's no Doofu Doll. I could take Tori and a card removal. It's pretty strong. Yeah. We'll remove a doubt and start moving forwards. Kind of unfortunate. I really wanted to get the Doofu Doll kind of thing going on, but, you know. Doofu Doll is a relic, by the way, that gives you 1 strength for every curse that you have in your deck at the start of a battle. So I'm going to only take 2 damage here. 1. 2. Alright. Hemokinesis Bash, or... yeah, Hemokinesis Bash is the only way that I actually kill both of these in this turn. Prevents the largest amount of incoming damage. Nice. Since I have Ice Cream, Whirlwind is now a huge priority. And now any energy manipulation I can get into this deck becomes ridiculous. As much as I want to take Bandage up, I do need to remove another one. Remove Regret. And then let's start cutting into these bosses. Okay, turn 1. Save the energy. Turn 2. Save the energy. Now my hope is to draw, like, Bash Whirlwind. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Half HP and still vulnerable this turn. Kinesis. And we will go double strike. Because now I have the possibility of killing you before you actually get your second attack off, so that attack might have actually kind of effectively healed me. No, I don't, because you're not vulnerable anymore. That blows. That super blows. Should have blocked against the first ones now. Alright. Shovel, dig at every campfire, and offering is a ridiculous pickup, especially considering we have the Centennial Puzzle, so anytime I use the offering, I'm going to draw 3 more cards. And Ice Cream means that energy is now conserved between turns, so if I have any excess energy as a result of using offering, still going to have it. I want to heal. I mean, I'm about to fight a boss. I'm actually going to heal rather than remove something from my deck right now. And then I'm going to drink a regen potion here. Make sure I take no damage in this turn, because I don't want to trigger the Centennial puzzle yet. Okay. Beautiful. Offering is going to draw 6 cards, so it actually just fills my hand right now. This is 25 damage to everyone. It's pretty big. If I drop 2 defenses, it's 15 damage to it. No, I need the 25 damage to everyone. Like, what else can I do? I can Hemokinesis one of you and then deal 20 damage to everyone, and that'll actually kill one of you. Okay, that's good. Beautiful. That prevents 8 incoming damage. So now I'm digging at every campfire. And I'm looking for energy, mana manipulation kinds of stuff. And I also need to upgrade the Whirlwind as soon as possible. There's definitely a run to be built here. It's my job to find it. How much more energy manipulation can I get into this deck, though? Like, they're seeing reds, and then just boss relics, pretty much. Seeing reds, boss relics, sundial, happy flower. There's not an incredible amount that is reasonably accessible. Yeah. Second Hemokinesis. Pantograph is going to be some good healing before boss fights. I could go for another boss up here. Alright. Sure. Actually, I should have gone for more rests, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. There's actually 2 rests on either side, so this is fine. Sure. Easy Whirlwind. Decay is going to deal 2 damage to me at the end of my turn anyway, so I may as well just get the kill. None of those. None of those are really going to fit this deck archetype. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep it up. 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 Let's go. Let's go. 25 to wall. Whirlwinds. Hemokinesis the back line and then Whirlwind for lethal. I'm taking a lot of damage, and I got to dig at the upcoming 2 camps. I might actually have to rest the first one. Ugh. 14, 12, not enough. Try and kill you without using another hemokinesis here. Take a little slower. Still try and kill you without using a hemokinesis. And whirlwind. Boom. Strength is going to be a good upgrade as well. Armaments? Armaments. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna be upgrading a lot of my camps because I'm gonna be shoveling instead, so armaments is actually a really good pickup. Also, if I can upgrade armaments as soon as possible, that's gonna be really helpful. I really need some regen in this build though. I might actually have to rest at the next 2 camps, otherwise I'm dead. Okay. Really don't want to have to cast that hemokinesis. Lock to prevent the decay damage. Freak. This isn't good. Yeah, I can't kill any of you. Hemokinesis, whirlwind won't even do it. Alright. I'm gonna take 8 damage here and it's gonna really blow. It's a real shame they both decided to attack there. I definitely need to rest at the next camp now. God, that sucks. Oh, am I just dead? Yeah, I'm just dead. God damn it. I'm getting really exhausted by this. Like, I can kill one of you, sure, but then I'm dead to the other one immediately. Like, I drop a defend, I take 0 damage on the first swing. Well, actually, I take 1 damage on the first swing, because decay will block against my defense. I'll take 1 damage through, and then I take another 10 damage and I die. I can kill one of you by bashing and striking, but then I'm dead. This is getting really, really frustrating. I'm getting really, really, really good openings, and then nothing. And then just getting shot out. You can hear it in my voice. I'm usually a little more chipper than this. But I'm just hitting a really bad streak. Really bad patch. And of course, that makes me more tilted, and that makes me play worse, and that makes the results worse, and that makes me more tilted. So I gotta decide not to be tilted. Just gotta decide. Change the things I can. Forgive the things I can't. Does it make me a better player to be mad? No, it doesn't. Does it make me a better player to be tilted? No, it doesn't. Finding a way to succeed in face of that adversity. That's what makes you a better player. I remember my Gungeon days very well. Strike. In Gungeon, I eventually got to a point where I didn't lose a run. I just wouldn't lose. I can get to that here. I just gotta believe. Just gotta focus. Early remove an early relic. Yeah. And I could take Lee's Waffle, but at the moment it's only 7 HP. And 30 gold. I could take the 30 gold and the double tap. Get the tiny chest double tap. Sure. So double tap's a pretty good pickup. Double tap pommel strike's pretty good. Double tap bash is also pretty good right now. I did want to get the tiny chest so that the more question mark rooms I hit up, especially this early on, it might actually have a pretty considerable ongoing effect. I get more if I go to this side. That's a shame. More question mark rooms I hit up, the more possibility for me to just get random relics out of nowhere. We'll tap Pommel Strike here. Gets me a kill and manages to draw me into a defense. Beautiful. Because I'm never going to be not weakened right now, so I just need to make sure that I have a defense to deal with this last every single turn. Okay, both of the triggers of the double tap do not happen simultaneously. State changes are allowed intermittent. That's interesting. That conflicts with what I thought was the case. Flame barrier? Perfected strike. It could be a perfected strike build. I mean, I have a bunch of strikes in my deck already. Double tap as well. Alright. Let's go with it. Perfected strike build. It's a shame not to have gotten the bash in the opening hand there, because now I might get bash perfected strike in the same hand. That's gonna make me a sad dude. Yeah, there we go. There's the double tap. The only card there that I didn't want to draw. 25% chance. Drew the double tap, of course. I wanted to save that for later. Alright, accepting 21 incoming damage, but still 25 damage dealt by a boss. Not that bad. Mummified Hand is really powerful. I already have some cards on my deck, so Battle Trance is now not good. Headbutt? I could headbutt with a double tap. No, I don't want to dilute my deck. I want to keep the Mummified Hand. I want to keep the rest of my stuff. We'll Smith the Perfected Strike. I don't have enough energy to play double tap as well as 2 attacks after it right now, so... As much as I'd love Flash of Steel, I can't afford it. As much as I'd love Apotheosis, I can't afford it. So it's going to be a card removal. Get that doubt out of my deck. And boss time. After this happy flower. Almost Strike did 1 more damage than I wanted to. Forgot that it does 9. I thought it did 8. I thought it was more like Quick Slash. I've got to double tap the bash here so that I have the bash effective for every round. Unfortunately, again, I had a hand that had all of these things that I wanted to use and no way to use them. Alright. Try and protect myself here. And now it's just 2 turns of unrestrained as much damage as I can do. That'll do it. Blue Candle after I remove all of the curse cards from my deck. Double tap, Rampage. That's a deck. That is a deck right there. Upgrade the Rampage. I'm going a little faster. Sure. But I am trying to think through these correctly. Easy. I've got to make sure the cards I take are either neutral or strike cards. Because at the moment, I've got a Perfected Strike in my deck that's upgraded. I've got a Rampage in my deck that's upgraded. Both of those want different decks. A Perfected Strike wants a deck that's full of strike cards. A Rampage deck wants a lean deck so that you can draw a Rampage a bunch. But they're both good in a double tap deck. So I'm kind of straddling the line between them right now. Okay, I can kill this one. Can't actually kill any of those. Or rather, the largest damage prevention I can do is not killing there. Rampage. Alright, give me Rampage in my next hand. Let's go. I'm weakened, of course I'm weakened. Not even needed, though. Another Perfected Strike, I think so. Upgrades my other Perfected Strike as well. And now I'll upgrade this one. The double tap makes those so much more useful. Ash Perfected Strike is a really good opener there. 55 damage on the first turn, as well as 2 turns ongoing of inflicted vulnerability. Double tap a Rampage. And a Strike. I'm going to go all-out damage here rather than trying to defend against the incoming 30. Because the longer this fight goes, the more obvious it is that I am not going to win this in a long fight. I'm not going to use the Pommel Strike here, even though it does a fair bit more damage, because if it draws me Rampage, or Bash, or Perfected Strike, or Double Tap, or the other Perfected Strike, I'm going to be pretty sad about it. Okay. You're fully defending this turn. This is beautiful. I mean, what do I want to kill you with at this point? Chose the double tap. Well, I mean, the double tap was always going to be involved. Chose the Rampage instead. Another double tap. Another double tap. Let's go. It's probably Mark of Pain. But I don't want to dilute my deck, especially with this entire thing. It's actually Runic Dome. I'm gonna... I need the extra energy because of how kind of heavy my cards are right now. Yeah, it's always this path. Should have done my Swift Potion there. Yep, because I could have just drawn the double tap and I could have killed. Unfortunately here now I take 20 damage. Should have done the Swift Potion first. I actually would have been able to only take 5 damage that turn. It would have been ridiculous. Oh well. Heal back up by 6. No, none of those. Not for this deck. Gonna get a bunch of questions. I'd love... No, I can't. I can't become a vampire because I've got the Perfected Strikes in my deck, unfortunately. Okay, you're gonna be defending this turn. So we're not gonna have any problems. Now this turn, you're gonna do 10 attack as well as defense. If you're alive, which you're not. True Grit. Start removing things from my deck. Increase the consistency of my draws a little. No. No, I'm going to be removing things the good old manual way. This one, I actually can't tell what they're going to do in the opening turn. I will do a Swift Potion, though. Yeah. double tap a double bash, so it's 10, 15, and then so 10, 15 is 25, plus 12 is 37, plus 24 is 61. So I can deal 61 damage with the combo right now. That's just bash and rampage on the same target. What if I just, like, rampage you and then strike you, right? 8, 16, it's 24, and then another 12 makes that... Yeah, it's not enough. I actually have to go bash, rampage, same target. I'm gonna go with the strike, because oftentimes this guy defends on the first turn. Ouch. Not a huge hit, but still. More of a hit than I wanted to take. Defend, damn you. Nope, just a bigger hit. Thanks, man. Okay. The idea is that I will just blow up enemies before they can do anything about it. That's the whole idea of this deck right now. I'm not gonna get any defense. As soon as I start defending, I've lost. Okay. On half HP, and you're ridiculously weakened, but you've got the Perfecting Glare. That's always your first turn. Usually now you'll use like a Tail Whip or something. Thankfully, we don't even get to that turn. Snecko Eye is now a really good pickup for me as well. These are all pretty bad. Closest to reasonable is Headbutt. It's actually pretty good. We'll take a Headbutt, and we want to go for bosses. Just all bosses. It's unfortunate that I don't have any extra draw this turn. Because everyone was going to use Incantation on the first turn every time. They were just going to do that. We go Perfected Strike there, Explosive. Just short of being able to kill a cultist. Drew a card I didn't want to. Should have just used the strike. I need to get, like, meat on the bone. That'd be really good. Block as much as I can, because next turn's probably lethal. Meat on the bone and Magic Flower would just keep me alive while I do this. I'd be all about that life. Sure, strike is a strike, and it would upgrade both my perfected strikes. But it also puts wounds in my pile, which makes my which makes it much less likely that I draw double tap with my other powerful cards, and it also makes it much less likely that I draw Rampage as consistently as I want to. Skipping all of that nonsense. We're just going in. We're going in. All damage all the time. I'm going to take 2 damage here, and I'm going to have a wound put into my deck. There we go. 2 damage taken. There's the wound. Double tap the Perfected Strike. And the Pommel Strike. Good. I actually drew 2 cards I don't want in my deck right now. That's a bunch more wounds. This is probably a 21. Yep, so I'm on 3 HP. I need some ability to get some HP somewhere. Can't be any of those. Yeah, I'm just gonna die to this upcoming boss. Putting more defense in this build would have just lost it. It wouldn't have done anything at that point. So the idea of this build was supposed to be all aggression. Alright, let's put the Rampage back on top of my deck. Whee! And then die to this 10 damage strike that's going to happen. Boom. I needed a run like that to kind of just exercise a little bit. I've been very, very cautious in a lot of my runs recently. I want to get a little more aggressive, and I definitely feel a little more aggressive after a couple of my most recent runs. But yeah, I could have put defensiveness in that deck, and I probably could have made it work, to be honest. But I wanted to do a deck that was about blowing someone up instantly. I don't think, after having run that a deck for blowing someone up instantly, obviously, Rampage doesn't work in that deck. Even though Rampage works in a double tap deck, Rampage doesn't work in a deck that you want to have be powerful instantly. It is a deck that is powerful over time. So Rampage is really good as an attack card in a deck that has a lot of defense. Strike strategy, I don't think, is a really good instant blow up. So sure, you can get a bunch of perfected strikes in your deck, but mine were dealing 30 damage, and that was pretty reasonable. So double tap, that's 60 on an opener for 3 rather. Unless you have a bunch of energy, you're not going to be able to kill all of the people that you run into with that. And your draw isn't going to be consistent. I had 2 perfected strikes in that deck and 2 double taps, but the thing is, a strike deck can't be super synergistic can't be super synergistic with non-strike cards, that is. Just by virtue of the fact that you have to put other strike cards in to make it more powerful. So I neglected to pick up a bunch of wild strikes in that and a couple twin strikes because I didn't want them. They would just take up space in my deck when I'm trying to get to my perfected strike. But since I didn't take them, my perfected strike was worse, so it wasn't going to insta-kill things with the double tap combo. So I think if you want to go for like a ruthless offensive deck, Perfected Strike is fine in that. If you're okay with having a deck that is unwieldy and has a lot of cards in it you don't want to use, but then you can't really combo it with other things like Double Tap. So I think this actually might be the final time that I really take a Perfected Strike. It's not only for that reason, but it also includes that reason that if I get all of my strikes and then on the second floor I find the Vampire event, I always want the Vampire event. And that takes away all of your strikes. So then I completely gimp my build. I think what this has proven to me is that if I want a big 2 energy blow-up card, it can't be Perfected Strike. It has to be with large enforcement of extra upgrades into it. Has to be Searing Blow. Again, it was a run after a death on a run that I was actually particularly interested in. Same as last episode, actually. So I wanted to try something a little different. I didn't want to try a kind of beaten pattern thing that I can just do. Damn. We're gonna have to break out of this pattern. We've lost the last 6 runs, and it's only been 4 episodes. And it has taken a heavy toll on my heart. Oh boy. Damn you, Slay the Spire. And you're gonna buff the Awakened one soon as well. Man, that's gonna hurt. For the moment, let me just say that my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game is being Slay the Spire. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you lose and lose and lose and lose and lose and lose. And hopefully we'll see you next time.